It's not on, and I don't have time to tamper with it anyway. All I could take here is the keyboard, but I don't need one. Foundation plans. But it's not the foundations of the building I need. I'm only taking the pins. I don't need anything else. No Name told me to find the documentation of the building site I was working on, but there are only some empty files, books, and a locked drawer on this shelf. It must be inside. There are no documents here, and I can't open the drawer. It looks like the universal kind of lock and door I use is almost everywhere. You put a piece with pins to the round surface, and the pins come out or fall back, depending on how the lock moves. Unfortunately, I don't know the correct order. I can't do anything without a key or a proper tool. Done. It wasn't so difficult after all. Bingo! The documentation of all the buildings in Prague is here. Here we go. Let's get out of here. I have the documents. It wasn't at all easy to get them.
Well, did you think working for the Resistance would be a walk in the park?
No, but getting assigned to Andorra was hard enough, and they were shooting at me when I was leaving.
Get used to it. Things will get worse. We're in war, not kindergarten.
Okay, fine. But I'm tired. Are the documents at least useful?
Sure, but unfortunately they're incomplete. Part of the documents are missing.
How can it be missing? I took all there was.
The part about the building itself is missing. This is just an introduction.
And where's the rest, then?
Probably at the building site. At the site manager's office. You're gonna have to go there.
But it's closed now. I'll probably get to the gate, but no further.
Don't worry about that now. Leave it to the morning. You look tired. Get some rest.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Although, there's one more thing.
What thing?
They almost got me when I was running from Andorra.
But you made it, didn't you?
Yeah, this woman helped me. The one from the professor's notes, the murderess.
What? What was she doing there? How did she help you?
She distracted them when they were about to start shooting at me, almost as if she was waiting for it. Then she got away quickly, but I recognized her.
Look, listen to me now. The woman's dangerous. She'll probably try to kill you too. Probably knows you're with the Resistance by now. Go home. I need to think everything over. You should watch out. Stop by here tomorrow morning.
Strange. When I mentioned the murderer, No Name became suspiciously alert. Could it be that he's afraid something might happen to me? But if that woman really wants to kill me, why did she save me in Andorra in the first place? Maybe she isn't the murderer either. Well, I'd better stop. I'll be wiser tomorrow. I should go see Tom. He doesn't show it, but he worries about me. So, Tom, you closing up?
Me? Of course. It's late. Or early.
It's gonna be dawn soon. Looks like it'll be a warm day.
Yeah. And how long are we going to talk about the weather?
Hey, sorry. I was just stopping by before going to bed.
You seem quite busy for someone who's unemployed. As a matter of fact, what did you do all day?
Easy. I didn't stick my nose into anything serious.
I wish that was true. They say Andy's been dragged away by the androids.
What? That fool! When I didn't see him by the gate, it crossed my mind he'd probably been arrested.
And it was probably something serious. Because I tried to get him out of it for the last time, but I wasn't able to. Even my connections came short of doing that.
Maybe it'll be better for him to just stay in jail for a while. It'll calm him down a little, and if I know him as well as I think, nothing worse will happen to him.
If he makes it out alive.
Perhaps I will try asking my own connections.
So you won't give over that resistance stuff?
Sorry, but I had to.
All right, Richard, I'm warning you while there's still time. The resistance isn't like in your dreams. People die, and they often don't even know what for. A single person can never achieve anything. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about.
I believe you, but I simply had to try. I need to know there's some alternative.
It's late. The bar's closing.
I'm sorry. Wish I could lay down. I'm tired. How did this get here? Weird, the door was locked. All you know is lies, twisted reality. If you wish to know the whole truth, come to the professor's apartment. Hurry. I can't believe it. What is this supposed to mean? I'm not going to sleep now. Huh. Shouldn't have made the effort to come here. No one and nothing seems to be here. Maybe she's waiting inside.
No, I'm waiting here.
You? Murderer! You killed Petrenko and tried to blame it on me!
Wait a second. I hoped you came to find the truth and not to blame me. Especially since you don't know all the facts.
Maybe I don't know everything, but I know enough.
Really? And who told you? I suppose No Name bamboozled you like all the rest. Damn bastard!
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't give me that. Damn. Sir here wanted to join the resistance and has taken the first bite he came across. Hasn't it crossed your mind that maybe it's all going too smoothly?
It wasn't that smooth, and I still don't know why I'm standing here with a murderer whose murder I was nearly accused of.
Oh, please. No Name knew from the start that you didn't kill Petrenko. He just needed someone to do the dirty work.
So why should he accuse me? That doesn't make sense.
He was probably testing you. You're a perfect victim for him, and you're neither the first nor the last.
What? How so? And who the hell are you preaching to me this way?
Richard, you still don't understand?
How do you know my name?
Richard, I know a lot about you, and our lives are in fact quite similar.
So what am I to do now?
Look, I didn't help you get into Andorra just out of pure goodwill. I admit you did good work, but without my help you would hardly be speaking with me now.
Why should I believe you really did help me? To get into Andorra wasn't easy at all, and I was the one who managed to do it. No one else was there, so prove I have anything to be grateful to you for.
Well, if I pass over the saving of your life in Andorra, do you think you could just walk around Theolex?
Maybe it seemed a little too easy to me, but don't try to tell me it was you who arranged it.
Certainly not me alone, but the Resistance. The real one.
But that can't be.
It can, Richard. Look, you must have a lot of questions, but this is no place for answering them.
Nice place. And I thought my place was ugly.
I don't live here. I'm only sleeping over. I can't stay at one place for too long.
I think you should answer some of my questions now, don't you think?
That's why we're here. Ask.
Well, in fact, there's one question that crossed my mind. You know my name, but I don't know yours.
Andrea Raskova. Pleased to meet you. But you must have other questions, don't you?
I don't understand. Why did you murder Petrenko?
I have to apologize for that. Neither me nor the professor wanted you to be blamed for that.
What do you mean, nor the professor? What kind of bullshit is that?
You know, some members of the Resistance have to, whether they like it or not, play on several sides. In the case of the professor, well, it was all the sides. He was helping the Resistance, but had to work for Endora, Theolex, and even for the state.
But I still don't understand why he had to die because of it.
Look, you surely know that Professor Petrenko established Theolex and was the leading developer of the first android, the type called Michael. That brought him great success and renown, but after the war, Theolex changed. The android started to be used for fighting and oppression, which was something the professor had never wanted. And so the executive board didn't need him anymore. They made him an honorary vice president of the company. He had no executive powers and was moved to the slums. They only let him work on things they themselves weren't able to do, but he was never allowed to direct any full project again, from its design to realization. He could only work on fragments. And so he started helping the Resistance, but only a little, because he didn't want to draw attention, until some engineers from Endora paid him a visit. They showed him drawings of a strange device and wanted him to help them understand the technology it used. At first he hesitated. After all, it was Endora. When Endora wants something, it's usually something big. But eventually he started to study the drawings, mostly because of the Resistance. He was sending us progress reports regularly, but he wasn't able to find out much.
Now I don't understand it at all. I wouldn't be surprised if the state murdered him. But why you? He was helping the Resistance, wasn't he? What kind of technology was it?
That's a good question. The professor never had the full description, and it's quite possible that Endora didn't either. He only gave us information about Endora's probable next steps. For example, that it would start searching for something on the construction sites around Prague. He didn't reveal what it would be, and maybe he didn't even know himself. Until he called me again yesterday afternoon. He absent-mindedly told me that he finally understood the technology. He said it was dangerous, and that it must not get into anybody's hands, and absolutely not into the hands of Endora. According to him, it was not a weapon, but something much worse.
What worse?
I don't know, and we probably won't ever find out, because the professor wanted it that way. He hoped it was not too late and that he was the only one who knew what he had found out. He told me he must prevent anybody from uncovering the secret, but he wasn't able to do it himself, and so he asked me for help.
You're telling me the professor asked you to kill him?
That's how it was.
What? And I'm to believe... But then again, on the other hand, it makes sense. When I visited the professor for the first time, he seemed somewhat anxious, as if he was waiting for someone.
Yes, he was waiting for me. I saw you and waited until you left, and then I killed the professor. He told me I was in fact helping him to forget. Forever. In short, he was too dangerous. For all of us. If Endora wished, they could make him tell them everything.
That's for sure. When I returned, police were already there, and they even called a detective. It surprised me, because for other murders, they don't even bother taking the body away.
Yes, it was strange. Even I was surprised. The state itself has probably taken an interest in the technology, and that's no good. Although the professor can no longer tell anybody, I fear he sacrificed himself in vain.
Why? Are there some of his notes or drawings left?
No, but it seems Endora continues the research anyway. And because even somebody like No Name was angered by Professor's death, it means Endora really wasn't the only one who wished to get their hands on the technology.